lots of opportunities overseas, and what I really believe is we need to unleash our farmers to be able to produce more food in America, to open up the beef market to America. So we have lots of opportunities overseas, and what I really believe is we need to unleash our farmers to be able to produce more food. I think at the moment there's too much bureaucracy on farmers, there's too much box ticking, and actually what we need to be doing is helping farmers produce that food. On the subject of apples, I also work to open up the apple market to India, and I don't think I visited your farm, but I've been to AC Gotham, which is a fantastic apple producer down in the Medway area. So, we do need to win back farmers' trust.
Yeah.
I'm somebody who was DEFRA secretary for 2 years.
Yes.
I really fought hard on behalf of farmers. I led on the badger cull, even though it wasn't popular, because it helped with our dairy industry. It helps deal with the problems of bovine TB. And I'm committed to attracting more investment into farming. We need more capital investment to make our, particularly our horticulture sector, be competitive, and that is what I would absolutely do. But on the subject of the debate, I completely agree with you. We need to keep our promises, and please look at my record, because every single promise I've made, I've kept.
I'll tell you, it's very damaging at the moment, but farmers have long memories.
But we need to restore that trust.
Yes, it is.
Gentleman there.
Can I actually, good afternoon, can I follow on from the lady in reds? I also work in the top fruit industry, in the apple industry. Funny enough, and I know Teresa through the fruit show. As you know from previous appointments, some fruit growers, when they're members of producer organisations, are able to get funding for new plantings of apple orchards and things. But if you're not part of a producer organisation, you're not able to access the funding from the RPA to help with that. What, if you become Prime Minister, what would you do to address that?
Well, I'm a great believer in the British fruit industry and the top fruit industry, and one of my great regrets is that Norfolk used to have a very fine apple industry, but actually they were forced to pull out a lot of the orchards because of the Common Agricultural Policy. So Europe actually paid Norfolk farmers to remove our apple orchards, which I just think is appalling and a historic wrong, actually. I want to see our industry be successful. I want to see us attract more capital investment. I was talking earlier about things like MiFID II and solvency. I want to attract investment into horticulture in particular, and I do agree with you about capital investment. I think we need to simplify the schemes. I'm not sure the RPA is always best placed to deliver.
Yes.
To be honest,
Yep.
much as I love them, they are a bureaucratic organisation, and what we need is a much more business-focused approach that helps farmers succeed in developing that important industry. And I think there's so much more we can do in added value to our products, particularly in industries like dairy, but also industries like top fruit. And we're facing a massive food security issue across the world. What has happened in Russia and Ukraine has made it even more important that we produce food in this country. And I think I'm passionate about this agenda.
Yes.
And as Prime Minister, I'd really drive it through, because it's not just about DEFRA. You need the Treasury to do more. You need other departments to do more, and I really will drive it through. It's a personal passion.
Okay, because it's not everything to be level for everybody that's a grower. So
Yeah, I
everyone has
take
the
your
same
point about
opportunities.
producer organisations. We need to do all we can to help the industry invest.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, gentleman there.
So I think to set our party up to succeed in the coming years, we need to do better amongst young people. Like when I speak to my friends, they have a feeling about our party that I don't think is fair, and naturally I think a lot of them will sympathise with our values. The Labour Party should not have a monopoly on the young. When you look across our party, we see a massive amount of talent amongst MPs under 30. What can we do, and what could you do as Prime Minister to let us tap into that fantastic?
First of all, I would want to bring more fresh faces into government. We had a huge array of new MPs elected in 2019. Some of them are absolutely fantastic, and they need to be on the pitch. And as leader of the party, I would make sure we've got wide representation across the country, but also wide representation across the whole Conservative Party. We need to bring the party together. You know, I'm not telling any tales out of school saying things have been fractious recently. They have been fractious. But, you know, we all believe in the same thing. You know, we all believe that people are best placed to make their own decisions, and families are best placed for their own decisions. You know, the best decisions are made locally, not by some Whitehall bureaucrat. And that is what young people believe. I don't know if you saw a few years ago, I said, I gave a speech saying, you know, young people in Britain are Uber riding, delivery eating freedom fighters, but they do want to control their own lives, and it's the opposite of what the Labour Party stand for. The Labour Party stand for telling people what to do. Keir Starmer is one of those patronising liberal lefties who think he knows best. And I don't think that excites young people at all. But we need to go out there and we need to talk to people. We can't just assume people are coming to us. So people like you are important, our new young MPs are important, and of course, you know, even some of the older people in this audience, you know, have younger families that they can talk to. I'm sure some of you know. And it is vital. And actually, I think in this leadership election, for all its debates, has shown that the Conservative Party does have a wide range of talent, and you'd never get a line-up in that like that in the Labour Party.
Can I just say, there's a lot of people still wanting to ask questions. I'll take two more here, and then
I can come and
I'd
chat
like
to
you
you.
to all split up, so that Liz can come round and talk to you individually.
Okay.
So if you would
I hope
mind-
you're not filming me, mister.
No, I am actually.
You want to step back?